Hello and welcome to Physics Teacher. In grade 10 math, you learn about the sine law in trigonometry. And then in grade 11 math, there's something called an ambiguous case. Well, in this tutorial, I'm going to try and demystify that a little bit to make it easier to understand. So let's get started. So let's take a look at these two triangles. Now they both look very different. However, these two side lengths are the same. And this angle here is the same. So if you were to use the sine law to solve for either theta or this length x, that's going to give you very different answers. The reason this works is you can imagine a right angle triangle, and then at a certain distance towards your first angle and away from the first angle, that length is going to be the same. Okay, 6 and 6 in this example. But the angle theta is going to be very different. One of them is going to be an acute angle and one of them is going to be an obtuse angle. And you can get both possibilities because if you remember our cast rule, C-A-S-T, sine can be positive in both quadrants 1 and 2. So this is something we have to consider when using the sine law. So let's just blindly go ahead and use the sine law, see what we get. So if we were to solve for theta, we can say the sine of theta over 10 is equal to the sine of 33 degrees over 6. Rearranging, we get sine of theta is equal to 10 times the sine of 33 over 6. And then we can solve for theta by taking the inverse sine of 10 times sine 33 over 6. Alright, so take out your calculators and let's figure out what it's going to give us. It gives us about 65 degrees. So it's giving us the answer for this second case here. That's not the only possible solution. So how do we figure out what the other possible solution is going to be? Well, 65 degrees is right here. 65 degrees. And that is going to be the same over here where 65 degrees is to the x-axis. So we can figure out what the theta is in case number 1 simply by taking 180 degrees and subtracting 65. When we do that, we get 115. Give it a try. Take your calculators, plug in the sine of 65 and the sine of 115. In both cases, you get about 0.906 and so on, but they are identical. So we've solved for two cases, 65 degrees and 115 degrees. And then you can go ahead and solve for x using the sine law, or cosine law if you prefer. But the x you solve for will depend on which triangle you're using. I hope that tutorial helped. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And also, if you're taking grade 12 physics for a limited time, you can download my whole course pack that I use for that course for free in the description. Check it out, and thanks for watching.